The wandering minstrel has a request for an experienced adventurer. Ah, if it isn't my dear adventurer friend, pleased am I to see you again. Have you perchance come to join us in remembering the calamity? If you have a moment, there is a favour I would ask of you. Will you not hear me out? In part, due to the promotional efforts during the recent Moonfire Fair, more people are seeking to take up adventuring. Not all are yet wise in the ways of the world, however, and I fear they might fall prey to less principled types in Uldar. If one such as you were to help them on their way, I would feel more at ease. What say you? Will you not take a fledgling adventurer under your wing? I'm truly grateful. Now, I believe a carriage is due to arrive shortly. If you go and wait at the gate of Nald, chances are a soul will wander in who has just embarked on the path of adventure. Pray greet them and offer your help. Worry not. You'll have no trouble identifying them. You need but look for someone absorbed in their surroundings. I dare say it will feel like glimpsing into the past, right to the part where you are greeted by a helpful stranger. Quest accepted. Oi, adventurer, over here. Who are you? An experienced adventurer, you say? And you want to help me on my way? Well, I could certainly use some guidance. I've never been anywhere near as big and busy as Uldar. My name is Nagia Jakya, but just Nagi will do. And as you rightly guessed, I'm an aspiring adventurer. That's why I left my village and came here. So, I understand that you first need to register at the Adventurers Guild. Do you know where it is? Just through that door, is it? Thank you. I'll head there at once. Nagi rushes off before you can offer further explanation. Perhaps you should follow him to the quicksand. In and out, in and out. Come on, Nagi, you can do it. Oh, it's you again. To be honest, I'm quite nervous. It's heartening to have you here too. Why, hello there. What can I do for you today? The lad's right here to register, is he? Yes, madam. I wish to join the Adventurers Guild. My name is Nagia Jakia, and I'm 16 years old, practically a man grown. Aren't we a lively one? Momodi's the name, and if you want to be an adventurer, then you've come to the right woman. There's nothing to it really. You just need to write your name in the register. Come, come. With that, you're officially a member of the Adventurers Guild. If you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just don't go bothering me every time you stub your bloody toe, alright? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the womenfolk from time to time. Now then, normally I'd offer you the grand tour. But in light of present company, I reckon you ought to have it from her. She's a renowned adventurer after all, the bleeding champion of Eorzea, and you could do far worse than to get her advice. That's me. To begin with, mayhap you could recommend a guild here in Oldar for Nagi to join. If it's too noisy in here, there are benches just outside where you can have a nice little chat. I must confess, choosing a guild is quite daunting. I'd appreciate any advice you have to offer. The following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. Alright, let's talk guilds. I'm all ears, sister. Why did you want to become an adventurer? A merchant who was in the carriage with me, a Bree something, asked me much the same thing. At the time I couldn't give a proper answer. I had a reason for leaving home, of course, but I couldn't express it in words. But having now set foot in Oldar, it's become clear in my mind. I wanted to know what lay beyond the horizon, wanted to see it with my own eyes and be amidst it. You've been to many places, right? You like it then? Travelling, that is. Travelling is nice, but I'd prefer to put my roots down somewhere. I love travelling. There's nothing like the thrill of seeing new sights. So you do. I have an older sister. During the calamity, we fled Gridania and took refuge in a village in the mountains. I ended up staying in that secluded place, and it's long been a dream of mine to travel the world. but inexperienced as I am, I don't know if I could live a life on the road. Is there a guild that could equip me with the skills I need? One representing students of the fighting arts. I see, a place where I could learn how to protect myself and others. If I recall correctly, Uldar is home to the Pugilists and Thaumaturges guilds. Of those two, I'd choose the Pugilists. I've always enjoyed rigorous exercise, and I'm quite confident in my physical abilities. Yes, I believe this is the guild for me. I'll go and join at once. I can show you to the guild if you like. Thanks for your concern, but I should be fine. If you still have time though, could we meet again afterwards? There are a few things I'd like to ask you about. Great, I'll look for you here when I'm done. You wait a good while, but there is no sign of Nagi. Perhaps you should look in on him on the Pugilist Guild. That was a most impressive display, young one. Watching you, I'm reminded of myself in my youth. Swift, strong, and handsome. Not to say that I'm not these things anymore, of course. You're too kind, Master Hammond, and I'm sure you're still at those things. All those things, and more. Now, Nagi, take care you don't flatter the old man overmuch. His neck couldn't bear his head getting any larger. Oh, sister, I'm glad to say that pugilism agrees with me. My thanks for your recommendation. Well now, sister, to think that you're the one who sent Nagi to us. The lad possesses rare talent, and I look forward to watching him grow in our art. Right then, my boy. Remember today's lesson well, and keep at your training. Next time we shall try something a little harder. I'm sorry for keeping you waiting. So engrossed was I in the combinations I lost track of time. Oh, I should mention something. As I was training, a peculiar minstrel approached me. He said that, if I'm resolved to walk an adventurous path, I should seek him out for a task. Moreover, he asked that you accompany me. If you're willing, he's apparently waiting at the Ruby Road Exchange. My friend, you have done a splendid job as a guide. I was right to entrust the task to you. What? Do you mean to say Sister approached me at your behest? She did, I must confess. You see, for my next composition, I seek to capture the essence of times. While any number of subjects would be worthwhile, of greatest interest to me is the recent rise in the ranks of adventurers. Hi, Engen. In thus bringing different generations of adventurers together, I had hoped for inspiration to strike, and I'm pleased to say that it has. Drawing upon your experience walking your path, you have helped Nagi to begin walking his, a reminder that the present owes its existence to the past. That is to say, the present and the past are deeply entwined. If we would capture the former, we cannot well disregard the latter, and this brings me to my next request. I ask that you each find an object with a connection to the calamity, the event which gave rise to the realm's rebirth, and present it to me with its tale. Well now, that sounds not unlike a treasure hunt, and it'd be my very first task as an adventurer. What do you say, sister? Shall we do it? Excellent. When you have your items, pray seek me out at the Ruby Road Exchange. I eagerly look forward to seeing what you bring. There are many vendors at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, right? Chances are they'll have something, so let's begin our search there. Alright, off to be an adventurer. Hello McMuffins! Thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream. Exciting new event today. How are you doing? Are you enjoying the new events right now? We have this one and the summer one going on at the same time, and then all the new patch content. What a full week. Hello Nagi, here we are again. Come on, let's begin looking around. Nagia Jakya is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with the quest. While you are accompanied, you may encounter conversation points along the way, which offer additional topics of discussion. Enter the glowing area and speak with your quest companions to initiate these bonus conversations. Enjoy exploring your surroundings together. Off we go, Nagi. Discuss the local cuisine. Oh, is this the local cuisine? Goodness, but everything looks amazing. In the course of your journeys, you must have sampled all kinds of food. From simple fare to exotic feasts, I look forward to sampling everything too. Welcome, welcome. What is it that you're after? Objects with a connection to the calamity, you say? Why, I have just the thing. An amethyst ring from Ishgard, steeped in sentimental value. 5 years ago, on the eve of the Battle of Cartanu, a young temple knight set out from his homeland, wishing to do his part for Eorzea when his nation could not. Alas, the man never arrived in the flats. En route, he came upon a merchant being attacked by a dragon, and lost his life going to the stranger's aid. This was his ring, an heirloom passed down through his line. What a tragic tale. But I wonder, how did the ring find its way back? If the knight fell, it seems the merchant couldn't have survived unscathed. I remember now. Though the knight was mortally wounded, he succeeded in striking down the dragon, and with his last breath he entrusted the ring to the merchant. Yes, that's how it happened. So, what do you say? If you're interested, I would be willing to part with the relic for a special price, but for today only. This feels a bit dubious. Shall we look around some more? There's bound to be other things out there. Greetings and welcome to my exhibit. Please feel free to browse at your leisure, and don't hesitate to let me know if you have any questions. We're looking for objects that bear a connection to the calamity. Do you have anything that fits the description? As a matter of fact, I do. Yonder pane, entitled The Sultana's Seven, depicts an inspiring event from the calamity. 'Twas the final days before the fall of Dalamud, its inexorable approach, foretelling our impending doom. Panic spread like wildfire, while many in their desperation turned on the Sultanate. Looting and rioting broke out across Eldar. To quell the masses, Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Nanamo took to the streets with a guard consisting of only 7 subjects, for they alone had the courage to stand with their Sultana. There she addressed the rabble. Heed me, my beloved citizens. The realm lies upon the brink of the 7th umbral era. Yet so long as we live, we must not forget our compassion. Now is not the time to take from your neighbour, but to proffer him the hand of succour. Brought to their senses by her words, the people laid down their arms and set about healing the wounds they themselves had inflicted on Eldar. And those who returned from the battlefield found their home much as they left it, a gleaming jewel in the desert. Her Majesty sounds like a great ruler. Uldar is fortunate to have her watching over it. Thanks for sharing the tale. It's indeed inspiring, and you've done an incredible job capturing it in glass. So far so good. Let's look around just a little more. Discuss the House of Splendors. House of Splendors? What kind of place is this, I wonder? I see you're not familiar with the house. We offer wares in exchange for scrips, but our services are available only to those we know and trust. So, if I want to be a customer, I need to make a name for myself. One day, Nagi, one day. Greetings. From daily necessities to unusual curios, I deal in all manner of wares. If there is something in particular you need but ask. Objects to do with the calamity? The two of you are adventurers, are you not? In which case I have something that might be of interest. It's a journal I acquired from an adventurer who retired injured. The man recorded his experiences during the calamity in detail, and I dare say it has value for students of history. Oh, an adventurer's first-hand account. I'd love to pore over it. Do you keep a journal of your adventures as well, sister? If so, I'd love to read it one day, with your permission, of course. Oh, for another historical piece, I also have a scrapbook of articles from The Raven, Gridania's leading tabloid. These mainly cover events outside the calamity, however. Articles from The Raven, you say? I dare say we've seen enough. Let's find a quiet spot to discuss what to bring back. You have seen enough objects and learned the stories behind them. Make your way to the end of the Sapphire Avenue Exchange with Nagia and speak to him. Right, this looks as good a spot as any. I don't know about you, but that was all very new and exciting for me. Talking to myriad people, learning the tale behind each object, it's been a great experience and I won't soon forget it. Now then, we need to decide what we want to take to the minstrel. Have you made up your mind? Like the pain. Sultana's 7 pain. I see. I did consider that too, but in the end settled on something else. What is it? Heh. If you don't mind, I'd like to keep it a surprise. Come, let's purchase our respective items and meet back where the minstrel awaits. You obtain the Sultana's 7 pain. Welcome back. You've found each item. You've each found an item, I trust. Well now, what have we here? Ah yes, the Sultana 7. I know it well. 'Tis an iconic tale of leadership amidst great adversity. It may be said that Her Majesty's actions that fateful day helped to forge Uldar as it is now. In that sense, it well suits this theme for my composition. Now then, what of you, young Nagi? And what might this be? It's a scrapbook of articles from the Raven. You see, my sister is a reporter for the tabloid. During the calamity, she travelled the realm, interviewing adventurers about their journeys, and I loved nothing more than to hear her tales. They seemed like such a diverse crowd, adventurers. No two people were alike, and yet they were united in the free, unshackled lives they lived. It struck a chord with me, and in time I found myself admiring them. Looking back, it was my sister who instilled in me the desire to see the world, to become an adventurer. That's why I chose this scrapbook. I see. The footprints someone leaves on their journey become the starting point for another. Yes, a verse comes to me, a blessing for those souls who are taking their first chary steps into the unknown. Pray, lend me your ears. Greetings, warrior of light. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not. 'Tis a pleasure to meet you again, as I have in the past. I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. First of all, I wish to thank you for continuing to grace us with your presence. You and your fellow adventurers are our inspiration, and this shall never change. The world, however, is an ever-changing place, mysterious in its elusiveness. Unexpected hardships may turn our lives upside down, and though we all desire peace deep in our hearts, the sparks of conflict never cease to be struck. Like an adventurer's journey, the world is constantly moving towards the unknown, and it takes considerable courage to alter course. Yet I ardently believe that it is a small but significant step in our quest to create new adventures. Indeed, another great change is about to visit the world, and it shall open the way to exciting new journeys. And 'tis our abiding hope that our journey together shall ever continue on to the distant horizon and beyond. Now the time has come for this vision to end, time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. Return to walking your path and know that you are in our hearts always. Till next we meet, I bid you safe travels. Thank you for the generous reward and the uplifting verse. It gives me courage for the road ahead. Speaking of which, it's time I set out on my own. Though it was brief, I enjoyed our time together, and I hope to see you again somewhere out there. Come what may, never forget to smile. Though much and more was lost in the calamity, intrepid souls continue to set forth, paving the way onto the future. In such a moment in history do we stand, and for you I would perform another song. Your life is a riddle to bear gladness and grief, 'neath stars and through storms the answers to seek. Your footprints are threads to be gathered and woven, a song of dawn resplendent dancing high to the heavens. From the embrace of the gods, though mankind has been torn, upon winds eternal lives and memories are born. The future is unwritten, bring it rapture or sorrow. Our journey shall continue unto tomorrow and tomorrow. I wonder, how did you feel as you watched Nagi set off? Did the sight fill you with worry for a fledgling adventurer? Or did it awaken fond memories of your own humble beginnings? Whichever it may be, I know that yours is a journey more trying than most. There will be times when you are overcome by loneliness, and each step feels heavier than the last. In such a moment, I bid you remember this. So long as you harbour love for this world, ever shall there be a place for you in it. Your adventures will never end. I'm not crying, you're crying. We got a little Emmett. Do I have to stand up? Yeah. What does it look like? Let's see. Oh, look at that. He's so grumpy. Okay, yes. We like this gift. Thank you, Yoshi P, for the gift and the kind words. Well, that was the event. An event to make us all nostalgic and cry. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Let's look forward to another one next year. See you next time.